Hey guys, it's me, Brandaline Johnson, and I am dropping this new YouTube video for you people on YouTube, you YouTubians, and I'm sending you love and light, and I have something to invite you to participate in, but also I wanted to share with you guys a couple spiritual awakening stories. Um, those of you guys that don't know me, I'm a spiritual life and business coach, psychic medium, author, and educator, and I help you awaken to your spiritual gifts and support you through your spiritual awakening process from beginning to business if that's what you end up doing. So, for those of you that are watching this video, if you haven't taken the free quiz, run, don't walk, over to my website, brandaline.com, and take the quiz to find out which gift that you have already is already showing through. It's super fun. You'll see that right on my homepage. But let's dive into this week's video. So I've been teaching intuition and mediumship development for several years now after my spiritual awakening about 7 years ago. And so I pretty much hear all of your guys' symptoms. I have so many videos on this channel, which is called Spiritual Awakening Babe. I just changed it. So please feel free to subscribe and poke around. But the fun thing, I love to get up in the morning and have my cup of coffee and read your guys' comments about your experiences. It's kind of the highlight of my day. And I have, when people do reach out to me for like consulting sessions or for a reading, I absolutely love to hear your stories. And I've heard so many crazy stories. I'm just going to share a couple of them with you here, but I'm inviting you guys to click the link in the comments and come and share your spiritual awakening stories on the blog and go ahead and read what everybody else is writing so that you know that you're not alone and that you're not crazy and you're not making this shit up, right? Some of the things that's really stuck in my mind, because trust me, I've taught hundreds of people to awaken to their gifts, and supported hundreds of people, but there's always those ones that really stick out. And one of the ones was, I met one of my previous students. She was diagnosed bipolar, and for 15 years she was on tons of medication. And what ended up happening is she took one of my programs and was able to manage her energy and realized that she wasn't bipolar after all. She was just a really strong medium, and she was just picking up on so much energy that it was actually affecting and influencing her behavior. So this is something that's absolutely normal that comes across. I've had people. I always love to tell the story about one of my previous students had. She was in the store and she heard somebody calling, and saying, "Hi, hi, how are you?" And she's like looking around and nobody's there. And then she looks down and there's one of them little like garden gnomes, right? We'll see, like I have that figurine behind me. And she's like, this thing was talking to her, right? And so she thought, well, I'm freaking crazy. And then she turned around and he was like, hi, hi, how are you? Well, so she decided to buy the thing and brought him home and kind of asked him his name. And she felt like he was like, his name was whatever. And then she ended up getting another one. And she was messaged me and she's like, I have to share this with somebody because I think I'm crazy. As soon as somebody says that to me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can hardly wait for you to tell me what you're about to tell me, because the experiences are insane. Well, these were inanimate objects, and yes, spirit can communicate through inanimate objects. Sometimes it's so that your human mind will accept it because the unknown is so fearful or just unknown. You don't know what to expect. So it could be one of her spirit guides decided to make her more comfortable and kind of present himself as the little gnome guy, right? The little garden gnome. Um, I have had tons of like little kids, their parents. One of my awesome previous students still just love little Ava. Her mother came to me because she was like 2 or 3. She was seeing people standing around in the house. She's able to know if daddy's angry because his aura would change colors. She had statue people, she called it, in the basement. And her mom was like, I need to know what's going on. And so I always encourage parents of gifted children to develop their gifts so that they can like lead their kids and help their kids, conscious parenting, I call it. And then I always get those, teenage girls that are as soon as they hit like teenage cycle, they start, maybe hearing voices, or people are like screaming at them at night, or they can't go to school. So many stories have happened, from traumatic experiences, like somebody lost a loved one, and then all of a sudden that opens up some sort of portal, and all of a sudden they are having these crazy spiritual experiences. Um, I've had it all. I've had it all. Um, from scary things to really amazing things, from, angels and intervention and life-saving things. And so I really would love to hear what your story is. So I'm going to drop that link, like I said, but it's on my website, on the blog, and the blog post is Your Spiritual Awakening Stories. And I would love for you to post something there, and at least so you know that you're not crazy, you're not alone, you're not making this up. As our frequency shifts, as all of the, we're all evolving, you're going to become more aware of what's already there. It's already there. It's just like, you walk into a dark room and all the furniture's there, but you can't see it. You turn the light on, furniture's still there, but now you could see it. So you guys are becoming more sensitive. So you're starting to see, hear, feel, and know things that the average person doesn't. And you're not alone. And it's so exciting. And I love my job because I get to help people like you. So come and share with us. Come into our group, Your Spiritual Awakening Community, on Facebook, a place where no one thinks you're crazy, and you can share your experiences there too. So I'm sending you guys all love. Hope you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the inside.